Reece, congratulations. How do you feel about passing this tough test against the champions of England?
No, it was a great game. We started well, and I feel we continued that. Throughout the game. When they got the equaliser, we wasn't down. We came back fighting, and we managed to get a goal later on.
I don't suppose you maybe expected yourself to play as a central defender. How did you manage to do this, and how difficult was it to adapt in such a high-profile game?
No, I didn't. I didn't expect to play centre back. I never played. I think that's one of the positions I've never played before. But no, it's high level football. I had to adapt, and I tried to play the best I could.
And in terms of how the game, you lose you to central defenders, and Liverpool came at you and they scored the equaliser. It's 95 minutes, and you're pushing for it for a winner rather than keep the results. What does it tell about the mentality of this team?
No, we're hungry to win. We felt the game was there for us. There was no holding back, and I think we showed that today.
Do you feel this win will be like a turning point for Chelsea, given the recent results and recent weeks?
I think the recent results, maybe red cards have played a part. We played nearly 2 halves of football with 10 men, which is difficult, especially in this league. But no, today was a big statement, and hopefully we can build on this now.
Estevao, parabéns, congratulations, marcou o seu primeiro gol da Premier League. You just scored your first Premier League goal. Como você se sente? How are you feeling?
Bem, me sinto muito bem, estou muito feliz. É o melhor futebol dentro do Chelsea, então estou muito feliz.
He said, I'm so happy, I'm grateful to God, to my family, to all my teammates, to the coaching staff, to everyone that helping with my football here, and I'm so happy that I've just scored my first goal. E qual foi a sua mensagem do treinador saindo do banco? When you came off the bench, what was the message from your manager to you?
Bem, ele me falou para sempre que eu pegar a bola ir para cima do adversário, ficar aberto aqui para tentar fazer jogada, para tentar ajudar o time. Então, essa confiança que ele me passa, essa confiança que ele acredita em mim, é incrível. Fico muito feliz por isso e espero que seja o primeiro de muitos gols e jogos.
He said he has so much confidence in me. He told me to come on to play my game to try and score, and well, that's what I did, so I'm so happy for him and all the belief that Enzo Maresca has in me. Como vai a sua adaptação na Premier League? How are you feeling? Are you adapting well in the Premier League?
Está sendo muito boa, gradualmente, de pouco em pouco, de passo a passo. Agradeço muito aos meus colegas de time, à comissão técnica, que todos os dias nos treinamentos têm me ajudado bastante. Minha família aqui em casa também tem me ajudado bastante. Então agradeço muito a Deus e com certeza está sendo melhor do que eu esperava.
He said things have gone a lot better than I expected. I'm feeling really good in training every day. My teammates are helping me, the coach is helping me, and also it's really helpful that I have my family here as well, and that's helped me settle in here in England and in the Premier League. Estevao, parabéns, congratulations.
Thank you.
Inglês. Como vai inglês? How's your English going?
Tá saindo, tá melhorando um pouquinho ainda. I'm very happy.
Here we go, there we go. Some brilliant English there from Estevao. Congratulations.
To come out and speak after a defeat, and especially one like that, but your immediate thoughts on what's just happened?
Difficult. I think obviously we play against a very good team. First half, I think they scored an amazing goal. But I think it was like leveled. Second half we fought really hard to make the equalizer. I think we played a little bit better than them in the second half, but they were very dangerous in the counter attack as well. And then to concede like last minute again is hard to take.
Is part of the disappointment that after you'd scored and it went 1-1, it felt like Liverpool's game, and then somehow the momentum swung back their way?
Yeah, I think somehow we couldn't keep the momentum. We have to analyze it to know how or why. But I think, well, like you said, after the goal we had the momentum. I think if we kept pushing back at that time, maybe we could score the 2-1. But somehow we lost a little bit the momentum. They gained strength again, and they pushed us back in the counters. And like I said, they were very dangerous, and then scored the winning goal in the last minute.
Do you think it is the truth, actually, Cody, that this sort of brilliant champion team that you're part of, it's just those little things that happens to every team, confidence, rhythm, form, all those things that are hard to put your finger on, hard to grasp. You've just lost them a little bit at the moment.
What do you mean lost them?
As in, you're just a little bit out of form, you're a little bit low on confidence?
I don't want to say low on confidence, but I understand what you mean. I think in this moment of time, the things don't fall our way, where it was maybe 5 games ago, they did fall our way, and then we go away with the win. But unfortunately, this is also part of football, and we have to take it with our chest and keep on fighting, because we know the quality we have with the players who are here last year as well, and the new players we brought in. So we have to just keep pushing.
On a disappointing result, killed off at the last moment, your reaction?
Yeah, that's, I would say, disappointing for many reasons. Maybe their only chance in the first half led immediately to a goal, and we were 3 times very close to scoring a goal. So you go 1-0 down at half time, where I wasn't completely happy with our performance, not as much as I was with the second half, because I think in the second half it was just waiting for us to score the equaliser, and when we did, I was waiting for us to score the second, for the chances we had and for the possibilities we had, because the amount of times we were in a 4 versus 3 or a 3 versus 3 in so much promising positions. You expect us to do more with that, and I think in the end, last 10-15 minutes could have gone either way. They were a few times very close to scoring the winner. We were a few times close to scoring the winner. So yeah, then in the end it's disappointing if they do and we don't.
From the 83rd minute on, you've scored 8 goals in all competitions. So people then saying post-match, why didn't you shore up the defence after you got a goal ahead? Were you pushing for that extra goal rather than putting another man into defence at that point when you got the equaliser?
No. No, because if you looked at the substitution we made, we brought in Endo, who we normally bring in if we think we need a bit more control. And I think, like I just said, the last 10-15 minutes were so open that I thought we could use a bit more control, because we were still able maybe to create, but we definitely needed to control, because we're already with Ryan Gravenberg playing as a centre back. So I don't think that substitution was too offensive. The rest was because we were 1-0 down, and then we tried to win by pushing a lot forward, but also making offensive substitutions.
Cucurella's just saying in his post-match interview that they were coached that with Salah going forward, there'd be a bit more space on the wings, that they could take advantage of those pockets, and that's what led to the winner here tonight. What do you make of those comments?
No, it's not comments, it's a tactic they use, and it's not a tactic the first team uses. This happens more, and normally we're quite able to stop that. And in transition, like you saw today many times, that Mo was open in transition, and then the margins are small. We could have scored from these moments, which we didn't, and they did score from a moment where Cucurella was indeed attacking. But the moment he ran off to go deep, he didn't run off Mo. And I think we can defend that also better in front of the goal.
Arsenal overtake you to go top of the table going into the international break. Is it more frustrating when you're going into an international break being pipped to first, or does it give you time to go back to the drawing board and get the work done?
No, it's a bit of both. It's always frustrating if you lose, and if players then go to the national team, you prefer to have them with you. On the other hand, maybe it's also nice for them to go to the national team, not to forget this week, because we should take this with us when we come back together. But they go to the national team, it's a different environment. So, yeah, it's not a choice we have, it's just a situation we are in. And we always knew with Palace away and Chelsea away that were 2 very difficult away games. Twice we were very close to a result. Twice we definitely didn't deserve to lose. But that is what happened, and indeed, like you say, we've lost our number 1 position, but there's still a long way to go.